Hi, I'm Eric Sooy from Black Swamp Percussion, and this is our second Sound Signature custom drum that we're offering through Percussion Source. This is a 5.5 by 14 Titanium Elite. It's a titanium shell with our straight hoops. We call them our Hefty Hoops that have attached hoop lugs. These hoop lugs are attached directly to the hoop and won't fall off, you won't lose them, and it gives the drum a little bit different sound than your traditional die-cast or your triple flange tube. It's kind of somewhere right in between the two. This drum we have set up with our SoundArt strainer, and that's the strainer where there are 3 different types of cable or wire, and each type is individually tensioned. I've got the coated blue, the uncoated cable, and then the guitar wire strands. The advantage you're going to get with different tensions on the different type of cable on your snare is each one responds in its own dynamic range, and they mix together to give you a very consistent sound all the way from the lowest to the very highest dynamic range without any slap or buzz or choking. So I'm going to show you a little bit about this titanium shell. As you can see, it's a very, very thin shell. We get the titanium directly from the mill, and the sheet is laid flat on a laser cutter. And what the laser cutter does, it goes through and it cuts all the hardware holes for the lugs, for the hoops, strainer, and also our little custom vent there that you obviously can't do with a traditional drill bit. And once all the hardware holes are laid out, then the shell is rolled and then welded, and then we finish it off. As you can see, this has a huge dynamic range, very sensitive shell. I've found that these titanium shells play a lot deeper than what the actual drum is. So what you're going to hear further out in the hall is on 5.5, you're going to hear something that sounds a little bit deeper than what the drum actually is. Now, a couple myths about hoops that I hear sometimes. Some people say that die-cast hoops choke a drum, which is not true. Any drum can be choked if certain things are not correct. If the bearing edge is not flat, if the drum's out of round, if the hoop's bent. What a die-cast hoop will do is cut down on some of the, what I would call, fatness of the drum. It kind of focuses the sound. So with the Hefty hoop, it's sort of a mixture between the triple flange, which will give you a fatter, wider sound, and a die-cast hoop, which tends to really focus the sound, is what you need when you're playing 4-stroke roughs, very tight, intricate rhythms. The Hefty hoop's kind of in between there. It'll kind of be more forgiving. It'll open up the drum a little bit more than a die-cast hoop will be, but it won't open it up so much where it will become a wash like you would get if you had a triple flanged hoop. Thanks for watching. This is our #2 Sound Signature custom drum, a 5.5 by 14 Titanium Elite with our Hefty Hoops. See you next time.